What's going on, guys? I sent you a video earlier on the Wall Street protest. Today is the 1-year anniversary, so I'm just leaving work in a minute. I'm gonna go over there and see if I can interview some of these guys. But this is the market. This is Wall Street, guys. It's where people make money, or lose money. I'm losing money today. The market's crazy. So, all right. So just getting out of work right now. Gonna take it over to the park and see if I can talk to some of these guys. See what kind of nonsense they're gonna talk to me about. But I mentioned I worked on Wall Street. That's just kind of the job that I do. We're all lumped into the same kind of thing, as far as traders, energies, banks, etc. But I said I worked in Battery Park, so this is my Wall Street. I'll show you. It's actually quite cool today. They got the Motor Expo, so they're gonna have all the cool cars and stuff. Check it out. Got all that over there. Is the water. I don't know if you guys remember the movie Hitch, where they picked up the jet skis, but that just happened like right in this little bay right here. Statue of Liberty is way out in the distance. I don't know if you can see it, but this is where I work, right on the water. It's not all bad, guys. It's not all concrete and buildings. A lot of beautiful stuff to see. So this is me gonna take it to the park and see if I can mix it up. Right. Here's Zuccotti Park, guys. This is this little sit down.
No whining, we're OWS. You're not allowed to whine.
Alright, we're here at Zuccotti Park, and it's ridiculous. Look at this. This dude with a friggin', like, what is this? You're trying to protest something, but you got some big friggin' contraptions, balloons. It's not a party. You're supposed to be making a point. Make a point. This is nuts. Check this out, guys. If you wanna protest something, there's a better way to do it than sit in the street with 1,000 different people with 1,000 different issues and talk about, make a voice, make something happen. This isn't doing it. This is causing a ruckus. It's causing taxpayer dollars like myself to pay more because you just sat in a damn square and made a noise. And now you have, again, like I said, a higher police presence and all these other expenses that are being attributed to your protest. So you're doing nothing to help. Yeah, look at this. This is crazy, man. Look at the age group, guys. A lot of taxpayers in that crowd. Students whose parents pay for them to be in school, and this is how they repay their parents. Look at this sign. Hey dude, let me see your sign. That's his sign. Can I interview you? You want to talk? So why are you here today, man?
1-year anniversary of Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah. And so, what's your issue? Shit's fucked up and bullshit.
Shit is fucked up.
So what is it?
My issue back when I started was obviously Wall Street, unregulated.
Speak up a little bit too, if you could.
Just Wall Street, unregulated. Stealing people's monies, their homes, etc., etc. But also back then it was the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Okay.
So now obviously one of them is finished, done, and
yeah.
And the other one looks like it's going to be wrapped up next year. So
all right. So
can I? Much to protest with.
All right. Just so you know, I'm a Wall Street guy. Actually, I don't look it.
Right. You're wearing a gym or something.
I'm wearing this, but I'm a different. I mean, let's just say I'm someone who's kind of like yourself, a younger guy in the system. But you mentioned one thing: banks are stealing people's homes. Explain that for me.
With ridiculous mortgages, and obviously that's not all banks. There's mortgage companies.
How about does the person who pays their mortgage, do they have any partake in that, saying if they go 3 months late? I understand that jobs are tough, and when you get unemployed, right, it's tough to make those payments. But when you sign a promissory note in the beginning, with that mortgage, don't you hold some responsibility for those mortgages to go default and then you lose your house? Don't the people own some kind of?
By the system, you're correct, but it's a rigged game. It's made for the rich to make more money and collect more properties. And I'll tell you what, in our world, everything works like this. If you want something better, you pay more money for it. Now, in a mortgage, you get the better one by paying less money for it at the end of the day. You pay a lower interest rate.
Right.
And the rich people not only give those loans, they take those loans and they give them out. So they're in complete control of it.
All right.
It's one of the biggest scams in that
Okay.
world today.
If you don't mind the dialogue,
Sure.
but if you're saying only rich people, isn't it more of credit when it comes to mortgages? If you have the good credit, you're able to then get those lower interest rates. How does that have to deal with a poor person who pays all their bills on time? Wouldn't they be allowed to have the same rights as someone who, you know, has good credit? Is that not true? So you're kind of pigeonholed in one class.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that mortgages should be across the board the same for everybody. The fact that there's different rates, there's different payment plans and this and that, it's unfair.
But isn't that free enterprise? Can't you walk into Barney's over here or the Men's Warehouse over here and have different pay scales based upon one's preference or not? I kind of understand what you said, where there might be something to your argument having one mortgage rate for all, but
Either you get it and you can afford it, or you don't and you can't afford it. But
Okay.
the way it is now, it's unfair.
All right.
It's really unfair.
well, I appreciate you taking the time today, and there's that sign. All right, guys. You just heard my interview with one of these guys. I'm not really going to waste much more of my time interviewing anybody else. Look, there are points in this argument. There is some validity to Occupy Wall Street in some aspects, but for the most part, it's a lot of majority of people joining a cause that they really don't know much about. It's kids. Basically, their parents sent them to school, and this is how they repay them. They go to college, they leave because all their friends are doing it, and you're going to come down here and let me cross the street so I don't get hit here. They're going to join a cause because everyone else is doing it. It's the mob mentality. Let me do what my friends are doing because it's cool. They want to belong to something. Their parents did the 70s sit down, so this is theirs. So they're joining a cause that they don't always know everything about. There are certain people that you can talk to that do have some points, and to each their own, but sitting in this protest is not going to be the way to fix your issues. It's certainly not going to be the way to fix Wall Street if it needs fixing. I mean, it's free enterprise and capitalism. You know, to each their own, see what you want to do with it. But this is just me taking an observation of what's going on around me. I just came from work today. I went to work. These guys didn't. So I saw some comments on my social cam and Facebook. I got some supporters. Then there's certainly those people that just want to blame the bank and everything about it for all their issues. Look, man, I'm not going to stand up for any banks. I mean, there's certainly corruptness that does take place, and it's not me, but you can't hate all of us Wall Street guys. A lot of us are just honest guys trying to make a living, and this is the way we know how. We went to school, we got a finance degree, and this is what we like to do. We like to take risks, take chances. Sometimes we win, sometimes you don't, but don't hate us all. For you young kids, if I can leave an impression on you, don't join a cause just to join a cause. Join a cause because you have something to say. You know what you're talking about. You actually can talk intelligently with me or with someone else. I mean, the kid's sign spoke volumes of who he is. It's just nuts. So make your own comments, make your own responses, do what you have to do. If you're going to pick the side of the protesters or pick the side of the Wall Street guys, you know, it's cool. Don't pick any side. Just watch it happen because it's kind of funny. But that's it, man. This is New York in this swamp little downtown financial district because all these people are protesting. Cops are overrunning the streets, and it's just nuts today. So maybe tomorrow will be better. Cheers.